Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 506 for comics originally coming out April the 24th, 2019, also known as Endgame Eve. As we so call it within the Marvel industry that I'm not a part of.
Who's geeked? Who's geeked about?
Can't wait.
We got 6 days left.
So many feels. But before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, other than Endgame hype, what else is going on in the wild world of comics?
We got some Canadian iTunes reviews.
Oh yeah.
And I was taking a look at them. And I think one I recognize. So I don't know if it was one that made its way over to American iTunes as well, or we've found this before. I'm not sure.
We've done Canadian before.
Okay. Well, there is this one new one then, I guess. Did you have it there?
I do not.
Oh, okay. It's entitled "I Agree with Kyle."
Ooh, wait, let me find this.
Yeah, it's a 5-star "I Agree with Kyle" review by John Swift, from February. It's fun, relaxed podcast highlighting comics news and items of interest for the upcoming week and months ahead. When disagreements happen, as they sometimes do between brothers, I usually agree with Kyle. Sorry, Drew. I don't remember that one, so that one seemed like a new one. And then the other one I think the other ones are from 2015, so they're a little older.
Mm-hmm.
We must have found those. It's like what I'm gonna need you to do, Kyle, is go through every single country's iTunes and find us and see if we have any reviews.
I will. I need to resubscribe to my VPN then. So if I do that, we will be good.
No, you can just do it by changing your country in.
Oh.
Yeah.
How un-American are you?
Yeah. That's how I got the Canadian.
There you go.
Well, I think that's how I did it. Didn't have it through osmosis. Let's see what else is going on. We've got a little cool. Oh yeah, what I wanted to talk about Endgame because I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got this. Sam wants to know what we think about horizontal comics.
They freak me out, man.
They freak you out?
Yeah.
You don't like turning. You don't like
because normally I'm okay. Picture me in front of the long box and I'm flipping through with my fingers just and then you always get to the horizontal comic and you're like, all right, I have no clue what this is, and you got to stop and you got to back up and you got to pull it out and find out what it is.
Okay.
So it usually throws me off.
Yeah, it's usually. I guess I don't mind it when I'm reading it because I thought Private Eye was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Horizontally, Barrier was okay, but wasn't because of it was horizontal that took away from. I don't know that many of them really.
I like the horizontal covers, like Harley. They did those kind of Japanese looking inspired covers that were horizontal. It's just a different way of looking at the frame and doing it. So I support and like that kind of thing. But
what I don't like is when they go horizontal and then get bigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then it throws it all off. It makes me mad. So we don't care much. We don't care. There aren't enough of them to really make a big deal about, I don't think.
Yeah, not at all.
Barely happens. Joshua also doesn't understand when Captain Marvel got so powerful. Probably talking about the movie. Is she more powerful than Silver Surfer now? That's a who would win in a fight kind of a question.
Yeah, and there's pages that a couple friends keep throwing at me where legitimately Captain Marvel dives down on the Hulk and just like slams him, and Hulk literally giggles, uppercuts her, and just poof, through space. She gone. But it sounds like in the MCU world, she's more powerful than in her binary mode. Pretty much everybody.
Okay.
But in my mind, she would be second to Hulk and second to the current power of Thor. But since we need more girl power in the MCU, I'm sure she's more powerful than anybody.
Okay, so So you think that Hulk would win in a fight
Correct.
over her? What about Silver Surfer?
Oh yeah, Cosmic. I'm in.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm like, he can just do whatever he wants and then just explain it with, well, it's the Power Cosmic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hulk's always been a cool one because you don't really get how tough he is until all of a sudden, boom, you're like, oh yeah, Hulk's really the baddest guy on the planet.
Which is what's so frustrating about the MCU, because Hulk has not won a single fight in the MCU. Nothing. He's lost to everybody. He's lost every fight he's been in.
Yeah. But
He
in the
lost to
comics,
Thor.
he's really the toughest.
He lost to the big direwolf thing. He didn't, he loses every single time. He lost to Thanos. You name it. He does not win anything. And in my mind, I'm like, what the friggin' heck?
Yeah. So we don't know what happened. I don't know enough about her to know if she was always that powerful. You said you've seen evidence that she wasn't, so they've amped her up for something.
Yeah, because her being able to fly through Star Destroyers, essentially, seems to be something that I think would be pretty handy.
And you think that's new?
Yeah, that seems new.
Yeah. Fantastic. Let's see. Pat wants to know, who is our favorite old school creator that still got it after all these years? Does McFarlane count?
There you go.
Is he old school enough? He's like 90. Does that count?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of anybody older than that I really like, that I think still good.
Ross?
Has Alec Ross been doing it that long?
I think so.
I guess I don't know who's the old. I mean, like, it's not Stan anymore.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't written, or he hasn't drawn anything in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I still like these George Perez covers, but he's on his way out.
Yeah. Yeah, he still got it. Which one, who died? Lynn Wein or Lee Weeks? I get him confused. You don't remember?
I do not.
I think Lee Weeks is still around. No, is it like Lynn Wein? Yeah, I think Lee Weeks is still around. He's the guy that does Daredevils and Batman stuff. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I guess Alex Ross is really, he kind of first burst on the market in the mid to early 90s.
Yeah, so we don't go back that far.
Well, we suck. Trying to think.
Yeah. So old school creator, I would think would be somebody from the 70s and 80s.
We talking writer too?
Sienkiewicz.
Yep,
Sienkiewicz.
There you go.
Sienkiewicz from early 80s Moon Knight. Still got it after all these years. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? That was an easy one. I should have known that.
Are we talking like writers as well? Because like Alan Moore I still really like Alan Moore stuff, and he's 60s.
Okay, well, what's the last Alan Moore you read?
Shoot, he did something fairly recently that I liked. And of course, I keep banting back to Swamp Thing with all the Swamp Thing news.
Yeah, so nothing.
No, he did something not too long ago, dang it.
No, he didn't. Complained.
That's very true.
Bitched about Watchmen. Yeah, he doesn't count. Your opinion is rejected.
Next.
That's all we got. It's pretty slim pickings on feedback this week. And
we seem to have a Logan's Run rule for creators. I apologize.
Yeah. Yep. We send them off. But hey, you can ask better questions, ask more questions.
Ask better questions. Wow, shots fired.
More questions. And that could get us talking about things by participating in our Twitter contest. We'd love for you to go to Twitter, retweet our show, and leave us a question or a comment or feedback on Twitter. We would like that very much. And that would enter you in a contest for some signed comics that we will send you. And those are courtesy of Jason in Hawaii, who stood in line and got those puppies signed for you at the amazing Hawaii Con, which is pretty cool. Amazing Aloha Con. Doggone it, I can't remember. The Hawaii Comic Con. With amazing in there somewhere. And so we want to pass those on to you guys, our listeners, for your faithful listening and sending in a feedback. So you can do it that way. That gets you officially entered in the contest through Twitter. That's the only way to get into the contest. But you don't want to be in the contest, you don't like Twitter, can't blame you there, then you can still send feedback. You can go to our website, comicsfunprofit.com, where all our links are and ways to reach us. You can send us an email directly, comicsforfunandprofit@gmail.com. You can go to our Facebook page, Comics for Fun and Profit. You can go to Twitter, @ComicsFunProfit, and Instagram, @ComicsFunProfit, and send us something on all those platforms as ways to reach out to us and let us know what you're thinking. So we appreciate when people do that. So please do. Now, on to the FOC.
On to the FOC, also known as the final order cutoff. Your last opportunity to add comics to your order to come in approximately the 3 to 4 week later time.
Yeah.
This is your last chance to kind of jump on things that you may have missed, add things to your order, or we've seen a few FOC exclusive items that we can only get through the FOC. So hopefully your LCS does the FOC, participates in that, and can get you these books. If not, like I said, my brother and I do our business with Cowabunga Comics, and we're lucky enough to get on Eric's list that he curates each and every Friday evening for midday Monday to look at these FOC items. And if you'd like on that list, you can throw an email out at Eric@Cowabunga Comics. Is that correct?
Yes. Eric@cowabungacomics.com.
There you go, Cowabunga Comics.
And there's a link and the email in the show notes.
And, of course, these wonderful emails that he sends out have a curated little bit of FOC items that he pulls to the front, not necessarily a spec thing, but just things that he sees a lot of interest on or have caught his eye as well. So the 4 things that he has shown for us, he, of course, has Naomi number 5, a nice little Jamal Campbell cover there. Of course, Naomi going crazy. We've gotten the first round of people with their Naomi number 1s coming back from CGC with 9.8s.
Dicks.
Oh my goodness, they're going for so much money.
Yeah.
So much money. So, yeah, there's a lot of Naomi stuff flying around. So, sell everything you have.
Yeah, sell.
Speaking of hot books, Immortal Hulk 17 and Alex Ross cover. We were talking about Alex Ross just a moment ago. A really nice that. And, of course, Immortal Hulk also going crazy. We have the Star Wars issue 66, the John Tyler Christopher action figure cover. And we have Han Solo in his trench coat, which is cool because we remember the second issue of Star Wars that came out, supremely under-ordered issue, supremely under-ordered action figure variant of Han Solo. Drew, you were lucky enough to grab one of these, and you had a nice little flip on that thing.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Maybe just for old time's sake, grab this one too.
Maybe I should.
And of course, we have the Gleb Melnikov $40 boom variant for Go-Go Power Rangers number 20, the 25 copy incentive variant. A really cool Power Rangers cover.
Yeah, okay. I guess sometimes he reaches.
It's a cool cover. I like that. You and I just got burned a little on Power Rangers, so you're unfortunately a little
a little biased.
Jaded.
Yeah, junk.
So, Drew, let's start with our FOC, and let's start in Dark Horse.
Yeah, these look like May 15th releases, so you're getting them 3.5 weeks before they come out. You get a chance to up your order on those. And in Dark Horse, we've got Last Stop on Redline. If you didn't pick that up for whatever reason, it's a Paul Mayberry book, and it's a crimey thing. Detective Migdalia Torres investigates a vicious strangling on a Boston subway car with no feasible lead. So if you missed that and you think that sounds pretty cool, you want to guarantee you're going to get a copy, FOC that bad boy.
Yep. Horror mystery, murder mystery by Dark Horse.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
There you go. Anything else in Dark Horse, sir?
Not really.
All right, let's head on down to DC, where we have Batman 71, Frank Cho on the cover B. Nice one with a little extra panel of Catwoman, just so Frank Cho can be Frank Cho. And a Middleton Aquaman 48 that I highly dislike, which is rare for me in Middleton covers.
And I'm going to follow Eric's suggestion and add the Naomi's, because I'll be late to the party, but I don't care.
Are you getting a second print of 4?
Yes.
Which already blew up.
Get a second print of 4 and a 5.
There we go. And since Doomsday Clock has been pushed 6 weeks, we're going to just toy with everybody and put a second print of number 8 out.
Yeah, let's give him something.
Down. Nightwing 60 cover B. Did I like this one? Yes, it did.
Warren Lau.
Lau.
Interesting.
Because DC gives people you've never heard of to Nightwing.
That's not bad, though.
No. Better than your average Nightwing B. But man, that Alex Garner Teen Titans 30 variant is awesome. Jeez.
Alex Garner. Did he do some Batgirl? Maybe?
Is
that what I know him from?
I believe you might.
That is pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's that style, that painted style, that Alex Rossi, Art Jeremy style.
Yeah, digitalish.
A lot of Photoshop-ish effects. I make it sound so easy.
Yeah.
It's probably not.
No. Anything else in DC other than the cover Bs that I seem to obsess over?
No. Well, did you check out Teen Titans? Is it any good? Is that the one you were just talking about?
It literally was the conversation we just had.
What did I miss? That one. There was another one I wanted to look at. Pearl. You know what? No, I don't.
We did not talk about Justice League.
Okay.
The Jerome Opeña.
Well, okay. I'm done.
All right, Drew. Since you've decided it, let's head down to IDW.
I am done. We must move on. Nothing in IDW for me.
Nothing.
Maybe an Eastman B. I like the Eastman B covers.
Mm-hmm.
They're great for TMNT.
Absolutely. And let's see what we have in Image. Fair Lady going to a second print. That
was really good. I really enjoyed that.
And then you have the ability to jump on number 2. So if you missed it, you can get a second print of 1 and 2 coming out the same week and make sure you are caught right up with everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. What else?
Low 22. Oblivion Song 15. My goodness, that book doesn't come out very often. Farmhand 8. I need to get back on Farmhand. I actually quite enjoyed that book, and I completely forgot it existed for a moment.
Actually, Oblivion Song, they did all 12 issues. They were in the can before they released the book, so and it hasn't been delayed at all. They may have taken a break after 12.
I was going to say, I think there was a break, is what it was.
Right, but they did 12 straight with no break.
Very nice, very nice.
But it's just not very good. That I would allow.
There you go.
It's just not very good.
You still on Skyward?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great.
And Port of Earth?
Yep. Also good.
There you go.
Skyward's better.
It's a really neat cover on Port of Earth. I very much like that. Down to Marvel books, where we have Amazing Spider-Man 21. And we got second prints of 18 and 19 as well coming out.
Lots of connecting variants happening. No image on that, though.
And we are throwing out some Captain Marvel. Third print of 1, second print of 2, second print of 3, second print of 4.
Well, that's good, right? Movies out. Comics selling well, hopefully, in theory.
Yep.
It's kind of neat.
Giant Man number 1. Of course, it looks like a War of the Realms tie-in on the shoulders of giants.
It's a 3-issue Giant Man series.
Yep.
Okay.
But I think they're all War of the Realms. Major X number 2 going to a second print as well. So continuing to have heat on that. You still doing the Spider-Man life story?
Yeah.
We're in the 80s now, which is getting quite a bit more interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've only read the 60s so far.
You read the 60s?
I haven't read the 70s yet.
Chip Zdarsky writing these. Very cool covers. Very interesting covers on these.
80s, I was a Spider-Man fanatic during the 80s, so...
Then you will love this cover B. It is legit 80s trope after 80s trope after 80s trope.
The ASO?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah. We got the black suit. We got the silhouette of New York with the Twin Towers. We got an old 80s helicopter. And we got a DeLorean or a Ferrari. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And just that screams 80s right there. That's awesome. Man, I love the cover.
Now we got a new Star Wars Lando Calrissian.
Of course, the Age of Republic one-shots, which a lot of them have been really cool and good.
Don't pronounce it Londo. It's Lando.
It's Lando.
Definitely Lando. Anybody read the TIE Fighter? Did you read the TIE Fighter first issue?
I did not.
Neither.
It seemed obscure to me.
Yeah, it seemed like a weird way to go. Nothing else in Marvel for me.
All right, let's head on down to Boom.
Nope.
Yep, all right. Couple of things from Vault, but just trades. Let's see what Dynamite has. Stuff we're just a little bit late on. If we're getting into Battlescar, Betty Page, or James Bond, those things are continuing on.
Well, there's a chance. I think Orphan Age had a little bit of heat beside it for its first issue. So there's the second issue from Aftershock if you want to pick that up.
There you go. Seafoam Friends for Madison #1 from Action Labs Entertainment. Looks a little all agey.
Yeah.
Seafoam follows the adventures of Madison, a spunky 9-year-old girl who is granted passage to a beach full of mystical and nautical themed creatures after helping a beached narwhal. There she befriends a standoffish boy she calls Blue, who has a few secrets of his own. In their first adventures, the kids face off against the Hinoctopus, a Vulgaris with the ability to control minds.
Very nice. Excellent.
But looks all agey, but I had already started reading, so I was going to continue. Yep.
That's about it.
All for me. So, we are done with the FOC, sir.
All right. I was nosing around comicbookinvest.com, and they have a first appearance compendium that they've got that they're building. It's just kind of cool. It's just like a laundry list of characters, and you just click on them, and it pops up the comic that was first appearance in. So I thought, like I like to do, I like to quiz Kyle.
Oh crap!
Kyle, when was the first appearance of Pepper Potts?
Oh wow!
You get points if you get the year right, or you get the title right, and the number right.
I'm guessing old school Iron Man stuff, so like Iron Man 5?
Yeah. Tales of Suspense 45 from 1959.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah. How about Galactus? You know that one, right?
You had this book. What was that stupid book? We talked about this.
I didn't have it, but it's Fantastic Four 1948. Fantastic Four 48 from 1961.
1961, but we didn't talk about that.
And I think there was a facsimile edition of this.
I'm just so bad at this. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got let's see. Who's good? Ra's al Ghul. When was the first Ra's al Ghul?
Oh, man. I have no clue. Batman 300.
Batman 232.
No, that's close. That's close. I like that. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in the ballpark there. Let's see. Aunt May.
Would she have been in Amazing Fantasy 15?
Yes. Ding, ding, ding. You got one.
There you go.
Howard the Duck.
Oh, wow. He's in somebody's book. Whose book was he in?
Fear. Number 19.
Number what?
Fear, number 19.
Never in a million years would I've got that one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. How about Sergeant Rock?
Oh, this is My World at War.
Yes, this is a complicated one. So, the prototype for Sergeant Rock is listed in GI Combat number 68. And another prototype is listed as its first appearance for Sergeant Rock in Army at War number 81.
Okay.
There's a cameo of Sergeant Rock in our Army at War number 82. And the first full appearance of Sergeant Rock is in our Army at War number 83. So that's a complicated one. You didn't get any of those. So.
But I knew our Army at War is what he came out in, in my
did.
mind. So
You
that
did.
gives me credit and all that.
What about Black Manta? One of your favorite villains.
One of my favorite villains. Aquaman 31.
35.
Ooh.
So close.
Ugh.
So close. I could do this all day. This is so much fun.
Do you have any I might know?
Jason Todd.
Oh crap! Okay. That was the and then you have the death. The death is in crap. I'm trying to do math now. This is awful. So Batman 582.
357.
357. Okay, that's way earlier.
357.
Well, okay, so what numbers was the death in? The 4 issues for his death.
412.
Okay, it's 4. I was thinking it was 512,
like
but you're right. Yeah, it was in the 4.
Yeah. This is not a death generator. So I can't.
Well, I knew he lived about. I was thinking he lived about 100 issues before the public got tired of him.
How about the Joker?
He was in Detective 27, wasn't he? No.
Nope.
He's in Batman 1.
Batman 1. Yeah. They started off with the Joker.
Bellfinger.
In Batman 1. That's some staying power for that. That's pretty cool. I could give you Nightwing if you want it. If you want to end on a victory.
Tales of the Teen Titans.
All right. Yeah, this is a pretty cool little site. Lots of fun. They keep adding to it all the time. They say that it's a living page. It has 1,079 characters with first appearances in 398 different series. So it's a fun little page.
Very cool.
So go to comicbookinvest.com and check that out. We got Inkwell winners. Who's excited?
Oh no,
nobody. So this is Best Inker. They do this and give us these awards away at the Great Philadelphia Comic Con. They did it on April 12th. Favorite inker goes to Walden Wong. Okay. And let's see. Small press inker goes to Stephanie Gaudiano. Stefano Gaudiano. Not Stephanie. Sorry, sir. Stefano Gaudiano. Who for Walking Dead. So I was happy about that one. all in one, pencil and inker together. That's Lee Weeks. Lee Weeks is still alive.
People we know.
Lynn Wine is the guy that's dead. So he's the guy that's still got it. He's still going strong.
There you go.
He beat Joel Jones, which I thought was nice.
There you go.
And then they have the Stacey Aragon Special Recognition Award. It went to Jack Davis and Marie Severin, who sound relatively familiar, but I don't know exactly who that is. So there you go. Inkers. Love for inkers.
They're not just tracers. They add depth and feel to your comics.
True that. Okay, now if we head over to coverprice.com's top 10 for the week, we have a new guy at the top, and it is Wolverine 154.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we had 36 copies of this sold for about $45.50. It's a Rob Liefeld drawn Deadpool appearance. And it must be an earlier one. It says it's the first Deadpool appearance with Liefeld drawing on the cover, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, so he wasn't on the cover of 98?
Or Liefeld didn't do that cover.
Yeah, okay. I'd never really even heard of this comic before, so for it to be $50, it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so then we've got Spider-Man Deadpool 47 again for that Major X first cameo. Naomi #1, it's up to averaging $65 raw for the first issue. We saw $600 CGC, and the bids were still coming in.
Yeah.
For a 9.8, so we've seen some big numbers. So that's gonna jump. Shazam, of course, still hot. She-Hulk #1 from the 80s. This was a surprise. I guess there's rumors of a She-Hulk Disney show. And so Savage She-Hulk #1 is the first appearance and origin of She-Hulk. It's going for various prices. I don't have an average there, but I went to eBay really quickly, and the CGCs are going for $150 to $200, and some of the raws are selling for looks like $30 to $40 pretty easily. So this was a book that, was it not in a quarter bin not that long ago?
I never found it in a quarter bin, but it wasn't sought after. That's for sure.
Yeah. We also have the Eternals because of the Circe first appearance. We have Avengers 684, the first Immortal Hulk, which now raw copies are averaging over $50 now, so they continue to climb, and sold another 54 copies of this thing. Here's a new surprise. It's Silencer #15. Remember that New Age of Heroes that DC launched with Damage and Silencer and a couple others? Well, Silencer has a new character called Smoke. The first appearance of Smoke is in Silencer 15. These are already doing an average of $16 raw. And
Did this just come out?
Just came out. Could still be on the rack somewhere. So I hadn't heard of that. Missed that one entirely. Yeah. Another Naomi. And then rounding out the top 10 is Young Avengers #1. The first appearance of... Well, it says first appearance of the Young Avengers. But isn't that the first Kate in there?
Yes. Yep.
Or is it the first Kate as Hawkeye, or is it just first Kate Bishop? That's the first Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
First Kate Bishop. Anyway, those are still averaging around $25 raw. Sold another 42 of them this week, and the graded ones are going for lots of money.
Yeah, big cash.
Yeah. So on to the sneak peek.
All right, let's look what's actually coming out in your local comic book shops next week. We're heading over to previewsworld.com. Find new releases. Go over to April the 24th, 2019, and start where we love to start. Let's start in Image with Ascender. Of course, the second part of the Descender book line from Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen.
You didn't read Descender, did you?
I bought the first 5 of them and still have them, but I did not read it.
Oh. You might have to hold on to those a little longer until there's some movement on the secondary market for those. But the Fourth Criminal, those first 3 have been good. Mm-hmm. Guy continues to defy odds and continue to sell. Surprising.
Some good-looking Spawn work. Jeez, Matina.
Yeah. And the way that those Spawn still getting gobbled up by people, I think it's pushing 40,000 in sales every month. And then we saw Walking Dead dropping into the 40s.
Yeah, Spawn could end up the new leader in Image.
Oh, I can't believe that, but it might be true. It's been a long time since Spawn's been on top. We'll see. We'll see if we ever get numbers from Diamond, because it's now the 3rd Friday of April. No numbers from Diamond, not even a top 10 yet. So obviously we're going to get the numbers dumped on us on that last weekend of the month, and they suck.
Here we have a rarity from Image, Warning number 6, and the trade for Warning coming out in the same week. Normally, those are a month apart.
It's kind of dumb, right?
I think so. Yep. This is the start of their new story arc and their trade release. So I guess they're thinking pick up the trade and then grab the next one.
Wouldn't you move those at least a week apart?
I mean, there's 2 schools of thought. Get your Warning people in the shop on Warning Day, or get them in there twice. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you haven't even had a chance to read that 6th issue to see if they stuck the landing. Why would you even?
No, 6th is a new arc.
Oh, 6 is so okay. Oh, okay. So Warning is 1 through 5.
Correct.
Warning trade is 1 through 5. Okay, well that's not as egregious.
There you go.
I'm okay with that.
There you go. We will allow it.
Yes.
All right, send on down to Dark Horse.
I haven't read Bad Luck Chuck yet, the first issue, so I'm not. But there's the second issue, just in case. Mm-hmm. Nothing else really.
Invisible Kingdom 2 from G. Willow Wilson. I didn't read the first one.
No, I probably won't.
All right, IDW.
It was Ghost Tree, number 1. Looks kind of interesting. It's a it's by Bobby Curnow, with art by Simon Gain. Seeking a refuge from an unhappy life, Brant returns to his ancestral home in Japan to find a haunted tree and the departed souls that are drawn to it, including his grandfather. And the art looks pretty good from the cover. Solid.
There you go. We were kind of high, you and I, on the Rick and Morty D&D cover Bs. Well, now there is a Rick and Morty versus D&D box set collecting issues 1 through 4 with exclusive covers. Each issue with an all-new variant sheet cover, not available outside of this box set, as well as a blank character sheet sketch cover, so you can get in on the fun.
That's how they get you.
Son of a...
Are you interested in Shredder, TMNT Shredder in Hell Director's Cut?
I think it sounds like a really cool story, but these director's cuts have not necessarily been worth the money lately, unless you're really into like pre-sketching and scripting.
You don't care for that.
Nah, they're neat to see it, like if you care about the script to screen kind of thing. But
I like that stuff.
There you go. Down to DC, where of course Joshua Middleton continuing to knock it out of the park with Batgirl cover Bs.
That's very nice.
Ben Oliver on the classic Terry McGinnis in Batman Beyond cover B there.
nice. There's those 3 final printings of Naomi, 1, 2, and 3. Better be final, because I ordered them.
Well, of course, this Flash 69, I feel like that cover was off of a different one, but who knows?
Yeah, there's Silencer 16, so we were just talking about Silencer 15, so less than a month ago.
Oh, wow, they're giving you the opportunity to get Naomi 1, 2, and 3 in a final printing, and we know that you can grab your FOC and get second print of 4 and go ahead and get on 5, so you still have the opportunity to get all the Naomis 1 through 5, be them not necessarily first prints, but you can get floppy comics for Naomi 1 through 5, and this will be your last chance to ever do that.
Yeah, in theory. We'll see.
In theory. If we take people at their word.
Yes. We'll see what they do.
Oh, that's right. I really like the Heroes in Crisis B cover by Ryan Sook. I've enjoyed a lot of these Heroes in Crisis B covers. We had like the Red Hood getting beat to death, and here we have the Bertha Harley Quinn one. So
I actually enjoyed issue 7.
There we go. Okay, so is this one a Harley-centric book?
Heroes in Crisis?
I mean, this issue, will it be...
Oh, 8, I don't know. She's in it throughout.
I just didn't know if the people they had on the cover kind of... Sometimes we centered around them for those issues. But maybe not. I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Wonder Woman 69 cover B, David Finch on the cover B. All right, down to Marvel.
I like the connecting variant for Amazing Spider-Man 20. Old school, looks demonic. Pretty neat.
Oh yeah.
Look at all those Immortal Hulks. You got third printing of 10, third printing of 11, third printing of 12, second printing of 16, third printing of 8, and third printing of 9. My goodness. No final printings there.
They're going to keep just churning them.
What's this Mighty Thor 3D polybagged? Jane Foster brings the thunder like you've never seen it before in eye-popping 3D. When Jane lifts the mystic hammer Mjolnir, she is transformed into the goddess of thunder, the mighty Thor. Her enemies are many.
It's an $8 reprint of Thor 1.
In 3D.
In 3D.
Wow. Okay.
Do not buy that.
I won't
Do
buy
not
it.
give them $8.
I won't do that.
Do not order that. Do not even pick it up off the shelf. Do not start that garbage trend. Do not give that a chance to get off the ground.
So they're gonna let's roll out a 3D comic and see if we can repackage it.
No. I'm sorry, you said that wrong. Let's reprint an existing comic in 3D. Is what you meant to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what? And they chose Thor #1 from 2015. What was it? 2017.
2015.
And I mean, of all the things that would look good in 3D, I would think a Spider-Man would be a good choice, or a Hulk maybe, since Hulk is really hot. Put Immortal Hulk in 3D. I don't know. Weird choice. Maybe it's a long lead process for preparation of the pages. I don't know. Either way, we have to. I am contractually obligated to skip it because Kyle said so.
Absolutely. True Believers, Avengers, Rocket Raccoon #1 for $1. And dang it, years ago I was getting these for $0.25 and not the reprint. And now,
Are you reading Superior Spider-Man?
No, should I be?
Did you like Superior Spider-Man?
I loved it.
That's the last time.
I loved it.
It is pretty much that
But it's
without
not
all
slot.
without the whiny Peter Parker's inside his head.
Oh, so it's okay.
So that's gone. It's the same kind of characters and trying to make. I mean, although his girlfriend is mad at him, but she's still hanging out with him, trying to make him a better person.
And he's still into her?
Yeah, he's still into her. He respects her. He's the only
He's
person he really respects.
Jonesing for that PhD.
Yeah, it works. It's fun, and he's awesome. Otto's awesome. So you should check it out. It's pretty good. There's a lot of Spider out, though.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanos is back. Thanos #1. Not our writer, not our artist, not our anything. Can we catch lightning in a bottle for 2 times, Drew?
I'm skipping it.
Skipping it.
Yeah, let somebody else make money on it.
And just remember, people, there are probably more than 1 million Star Wars #1 from 2015 still in shops laying around, but you can make $1 for reprint of it.
Yeah, you should be able to get the original launch for $1.
Yeah. Wolverine Long Night adaptation. I think that's the podcast adaptation, right?
Yeah, yes.
I heard they're going to do that with more things.
It's fun. I like the comic. I haven't listened to the podcast yet. What do you think of that Venom 13 B in Huck Lee?
Oh, shoot, I'm clicking on things that don't exist. Ooh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
War of the Realms tie-in, of course.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It could be under-ordered because of that.
Could be under-ordered. And it is the B cover. It's not the Stegman cover, so people might shy away from it.
There you go.
He's a popular character. Might be a good investment.
Very possible. Down to Dynamite.
And boom.
There you go.
And moving on.
Moving on. I will probably be the only person reading Crackdown 2, but it's just kind of something I do.
What is Crackdown? Is that a game tie-in?
Yeah, game tie-in.
Nerd.
Shut it.
I'm a comic book reader calling a video game player a nerd, by the way.
How dare you.
Yeah.
Check out some of our smaller titles, like Achilles Incorporated from Source Point Press, written by Andy Schmidt with Daniel Main on art.
Andy Schmidt is the comic experience guy, the guy that will teach you how to make a comic.
Well, then we should read this first and then decide whether he's worth our time and money.
I've read some of his others. He's not.
This one's okay. 10 years ago, a sliver of the world's population was granted superpowers in an instant. Not original. Since then, these boosters have turned the planet's socioeconomic system on their ears. Instead of dressing up in colorful costumes and beating each other up, they formed a union called Power Corps, also a ripoff, so far they're over 2, and replaced the blue-collar workforce across the globe. The world is in despair, jobs are scarce, and we duds are nearly powerless to fight back. That's where Ransom and his Achilles Incorporated team come in. This firm that exploits the weaknesses of boosters has taken on a big case. The fuse is lit.
Yes. We've got Electric Black #1. This is a Scout comic written by Joseph Schmalke with art by Rich Woodall. The Electric Black is a cursed antique shop appearing in any time or space, soliciting customers it hungers to corrupt or devour. I like it. High concept, Twilight Zone-y type thing. Sounds like I could have swore I heard this premise before, but maybe it was just something similar.
There you go. I am both a Tim Seeley guy and an Aftershock Comics guy, so Deep Red #1 was something I picked up several copies. I'm sorry, Dark Red #1 was something I picked up a few copies of #1, and I will continue on #2. And it's nice to see it going to a second print. That is the same art, so don't worry about that second print.
We got Punk Mambo finally coming out. This is Colin Bunn, Adam Gorham, and this was Punk Mambo is a hard-living voodoo priestess who grew up in London, then relocated to the Bayou. She's a mercenary. It's a Valiant book. I don't do a lot of Valiant books, but this doesn't look like it crosses over to any of the other things, so it might be worth sampling, checking it out. Every once in a while, Valiant makes a little money on the secondary market.
There you go. Another Vault comic with Queen of Bad Dreams #1.
Oh, nice.
Danny Lohr and Jordi Perez. All right, Drew. Anything else?
No, nothing.
How long did you read more than the first Tap Dance Killer?
No, I just read the first one.
All right, Drew. This point of the podcast where I ask you for your pick of the week. What's the one book to go find, dig, pull out of there? Make sure you're the first in line to get, because it will be the next Naomi #1. Drew, what do you got for me?
Oh, I hate to do this, but you should probably get a copy of the Mueller report. Go ahead and do that. And then with your leftover shekels, then you can get Naomi #1's final printing. Just to have it. Probably going to spike. Demand is high for that first printing. So, go ahead and lock that final printing of Naomi. I don't know what that is. Is that like the third printing? The second printing? I don't know what that is.
I think it's deeper than that, but yeah.
But lock it in. Go ahead and grab a copy just in case it goes away. Like it says, if this is the final printing and it goes away forever, you have it.
There you go. Oh my goodness. It's definitely not Mighty 4 3D polybag.
Definitely not.
We're not doing Thanos #1. Be not. Yeah, those are.
You also say Mueller report.
Yeah. Go to Barnes & Noble and download the PAF. I mean, Deep Red #2 is probably a good call. The first one went to a second print. Hopefully Seeley has a long story on that one. So Dark Red #2 Aftershock book by Tim Seeley.
And Deep it is already kind of taken off that first issue, right?
Yes. Not blowing the world up, but definitely moving.
Yeah. Nice.
There you go. So we thank you for joining Drew and myself as we dig through the stuff coming out next week. If you disagree with this, if you think something else is the book to get this week, feel free to drop us a line at any of our social medias, our Facebooks, our Twitters, Instagrams, through the Gmail account. All this stuff can be found at comicsforfunprofit.com. And if there's something that you completely disagree, shit that in as well. Tell us what we missed. Tell us what you like. Tell us if you agree with this. Just be part of the podcast and send in your feedback. We'd love to hear from you. So, thank you very much once again for Drew and for myself. See ya.